Welcome back to Tabletog Gaming, where tonight we will continue the adventures of Buck, Epacse, and Juniper as they go to the sinking spire, deep in the oceans of Heard. We shall see tonight if they can make it down and make it free with whatever goods they can gain. Thank you for joining us, and let it commence. So you all make the rest of your preparations as you rent a boat to make your way out to the tower.
So Brad, quick question.
Okay, what's up?
How much time in hours do we have until this goes down? Because it takes 2 hours to make a potion.
You guys have no specific time frame. It's hit the go at your own pace point.
Alright, I'm gonna buy some shit then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured we were going to restock up.
But I don't know what to do with.
Or replenish the stuff.
Somebody pay 10 gold to rent a fisherman's boat.
Fuck it, done.
Does it come with the fisherman?
Yes.
Nice.
Good, because I don't know how to fucking drive a boat.
True, I don't either.
I'm just finding it amazing you trust Buck to get on the boat with you guys.
Yeah, this is the new Titanic. Instead of an iceberg, it's just going to be a bomb.
Okay, so 27.5.
What am I writing?
Okay, I want to make a couple potions of reduced person. Okay, but for real, are we just taking the evening, or are we taking tomorrow off, or what?
Up to you all. What's the plan?
I look at
Me. Yeah, just what, huh?
Are we going tomorrow night, or when are we leaving?
Buck just kind of building a catapult out of bombs to just explode his way there.
Oh yes, a nuclear drive.
I want to request at least the evening.
We'll say you guys have 3 days.
Okay, fuck yeah.
Nice.
3 days later.
I'm gonna convert 500 GP into potions. Up the
That's a lot of potions.
Yeah.
I want to buy a pseudo dragon.
No.
I want to buy a pseudo dragon.
Maybe.
Fuck you.
I want to buy a pseudo dragon.
Michael gets the pseudo dragon.
One nerve potion to jump.
Michael I could deal with. Claire, fuck no.
What?
You know what you did.
What did I do?
You know.
No, I don't.
know.
That's why I'm asking.
You know.
I don't, though.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Mhm.
I don't.
Well, I forgot, so never mind.
So just let me know when you guys are done making preparations.
I want to build a couple more potions.
I'm
I
trying to
should
see if there's any way I can get detect magic.
That'd be useful. If we pull together some money beforehand, can we make
You can take all of my money if it means I don't have to think about how to spend it.
Alright, give me all your money, and Michael, give me 100 gold.
Okay, you got 100.
You all are going to a sorcerer's tower. Detect magic might be useful.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a cantrip item. 1,000 gold, detect magic at will.
Cool. You all can now detect magic.
And I have 0 monies.
I have 0 money.
I give you another 100.
Yes. Which puts me at 0 money because I bought some potions.
We're in the same boat. Two of a kind, I see. Because that 10 gold to pay the dude This is the last of my gold. I really only got platinum left.
Random question. Do constructs detect as magical?
I have 51 gold. And...
I guess it depends on their nature.
Yeah.
Like, if they're like...
No.
Yeah.
Cool.
But animated objects? Absolutely.
Cool.
Okay, I'm going to send this to a friend to... I'm going to send this to a friend to read, and then I'm going to take my eyes off this paper for a bit.
That sounds good.
Do it.
Because the longer I look at it, the more I'm just like, wait, what else do I need to do?
So, after buying everything you all need, you all meet the fishermen in 3 days and make your way out to sea. It takes about half a day or so of searching, so you end up making it late into the evening before cresting over the horizon. You see a small block that gets larger and larger as you approach, before recognizing it as the top of the tower.
Hang on, real quick. Michael, does Juniper have any ranks in spellcraft?
Actually, let me check. No, I do not.
Alright, I'm just gonna keep the thing then.
I have ranks in spellcraft.
I'm not.
Oh, God.
That's not happening.
I have a +9.
It's not happening.
It's not happening.
But yeah, as the boat draws closer, you see the very top of the tower rising above the waves while the rest sinks down towards the murky depths below. There's no dock or mooring to allow easy access, but the wall is only about 5 to 10 feet in spots above the top of the boat, so you don't think it would be too hard to make it onto the tower.
Hey, fisherman, wait here for us to return, or maybe not, while we plumb the depths of this dangerous magical tower that we've been told automatically seals itself.
He gives a hearty thumbs up, says something that he has rope to coil.
Here's another 10 gold, does not leave.
He takes it happily.
If I survive and you're not here, you're not going to survive.
That's a pretty empty threat.
Can everyone make a DC 10 climb or DC 5 acrobatics check to get up here?
Yeah,
I can, once I've... Wait, does my chameleon thing let me climb stuff?
I think it does. I think it gives you a 15-foot climb speed, if I remember right.
No, get monkey fish.
Prepare monkey fish.
Yes, I can secrete a sticky residue
Prepare monkey fish.
equal to half it. No, I just drink my mutagen.
That doesn't sound like monkey fish.
But I'm going to assume you all can get up here. The tower seems to be in good condition. The sturdy stone walls have held up well to the force of water pressing in around them. There's barnacles and other things loose.
Is one of them so ugly that everyone dies?
Yes.
Good game.
There's barnacles kind of stuck to the side. But you make your way to the top of the tower, which looks relatively unscathed, aside from some, seagull crap. So, what do you all do on top of the tower?
I start planting bombs.
Why? I start removing bombs.
This just goes on for a little bit.
You all were also given, before you left, the same necklace, because it seemed to imply you needed it for the crystal down below, and a written transcription of what was on it.
Cool.
So we're on top of the tower now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And there's no way that we see no door yet.
I will remind you, there is a message.
Yeah, read the message.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I am balancing too much. Leave me alone.
Yeah, my brain is empty.
All right.
You're good.
I'll read the message.
Alright, let's look for this loose stone, bitches.
Everybody make a DC 10 perception check.
I can't fail.
Cool.
Yeah. Found it.
So at the northwest, you all find the loose stone that's signified. The loose stone that's signified in the message that was left on the necklace.
The neckler.
So who does the thing with the stone?
I'll lift the stone. I hold the necklace in one hand and go, I'll recon to it. I turn around, place it back down.
As you place it back down, the ground beneath you all starts to shake as you hear the thundering sound of stone grinding upon stone. First, a small slit appears at your all's feet before grinding back away to reveal a passageway and a staircase that leads down into the tower.
Okay. Hold on 1 second before we go. Okay, so, Brad.
Yes.
So the door went into like a slot, right?
Yes, it went into the ramparts of the tower.
Okay, I'm curious. I want to do the same thing again. I flip the stone, I recon to it, I put it back down.
Nothing happens.
Fuck.
Can I roll for my morning practice?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I need to roll for that too. I start jingling around bells.
I'm going to...
Okay, just barely.
Wait, how long's my mutagen last?
I think it's minutes a level. At 3rd level.
So just 3 minutes, okay.
I'm gonna do 2 things.
Okay.
One of them. No, I'm just gonna do one thing. I'm gonna be greasy. I'm gonna be a greasy boy.
Yeah, I want to do a few things.
Okay.
First of all, I want to take some alchemical cement and just fill that door hole.
Why?
So it doesn't shut.
How are we gonna get through it?
It's already
It's not
open.
the door slid in. It's like a slot.
Yeah, so, basically a stone slab about 10 feet across and about 20 feet long slid away on the ground to reveal the staircase.
Right.
Yeah, so I want to make sure the door stays open.
Okay.
Like, is that bad? Well, if you see me pull it out, you can say something.
You said fill the door hole.
Oh, I see what...
Fill,
Okay.
fill my door hole, Daddy.
I know. So yeah, it has consisting of thick mud. It takes 17 minutes to harden up.
Okay. Do you just leave it to harden on its own?
Yeah, I just leave it to harden.
Okay.
It gains 2 hardness and 5 hit points per inch. And I'm laying on thick.
Okay. We'll say 15 hit points.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll say
Go ahead.
20 because I like even numbers.
How much?
20 hit points.
Okay. I don't know. Let's see here. How much is it? 20. Okay, I used 4 of the things. So you got 4 pounds of cement, like, right on it.
Okay. As you guys look down into the staircase below, you notice it's incredibly dark.
Dark vision. Is it still dark?
It's not dark for dark vision.
Okay. After that, I want to rub deodorizing agent on myself.
Okay.
And stalker's oil on my armor.
Cool.
Finkel is so much more prepared than me.
And I got 3 hours of deodorizing agent.
Cool.
Where's my vision? think my vision's low light.
It is. Epacse and Buck, do you two have torches?
Yes. Just hold the torch up to my constantly thin beer.
And Epacse?
There's already a torch.
Yeah. Okay. So you all make your way down. And if you scroll to the right a bit, you should be able to see your characters again.
And I tell them, let me go first, see what's down there. I go down in the dark. Let me make a stealth check.
Okay.
I got 42.
Cool.
And also, just a note for creatures down here, I'm just immune to scent for 3 hours.
Okay, awesome. So you go down first. I'll let you take control of your token.
Okay. I want to take out a mirror, peek around the corner.
You take out the mirror and peek around the corner, and you see a large room that is divided into two sections. There's a small, almost 40-foot section in the middle that's dominated by what looks like a chessboard. Sitting a few feet away from each end are two tables, each with smaller chess pieces on boards on them, likewise made of fine, ornate jewels. To your left and to your right are two portcullises with heavy iron gates sealing them off. Though you make a perception check.
14.
With the 14, you notice that on the other side of each of the portcullises are levers like built into the wall that when pulled can open up the gates. And likewise, on either side of the chessboard are two more levers in the middle.
And are those actual people, or are those just big chess pieces?
These are big chess pieces.
Okay.
They are both tall, royal-looking women with magnificent crowns, jewels embedded into their stone facets. And you notice all along the board are large pieces of rubble, some with faces, some looking like stone walls. It looks like at one point this might have been a large chess set, though for whatever reason the pieces have crumbled over time.
Okay. I want to go down to the other end of the hallway.
Okay.
I'm specifically looking for traps on the way because I gotta say that since I don't have trap sense.
Make a perception check. You don't see any traps.
Okay.
You do see looming silently along either side of the portcullises, though, against their back walls, large figures that look like they're in giant suits of armor, swords held in their hands, standing silently.
Alright, is there anything down this hallway I entered?
Nope. It just ends.
Alright. Go back and tell. It looks like a big chessboard down in there. With some gates on two sides. A bunch of levers. And past the gates, it looks like there's some suits of armor.
Well, the chessboard was to be expected if the message is to be believed.
Yeah. So at least we know it's not lying. Okay, so, but nothing jumped out and looked unsafe, so I guess it's okay to come in.
Oh, crap. I missed something. With that 21, you notice that amongst the rubble, built into the squares of the chessboard, each square has a small spout sticking out of the bottom of it.
Chessboard squares have spouts.
Cool. So how do you all proceed?
Should we just do what that letter said?
Unless anyone has any better ideas.
Do it. Okay. I'm walking in. Is there anything on the table?
So, on the table there is a ornate chess set. It's set up in the ready position. And each of the pieces are made of fine gemstones.
That shouldn't take right now. Let me look over the thing, see if it says anything about it.
There it is.
I say over to them, I found a nice chess set. I don't know if I should pick it up. I really want to, though.
Looks at the person with the detect magic goggles.
I detect magic.
The chess set is magical.
Oh,
As
Oh,
are
funny.
the pieces of rubble. There is latent magic in those.
What are
oh,
the types and relative strength of the auras?
It's all strong necromancy.
I want to say enchantment, but let me double check the spells. Where is... No, they'd be,
feeling pretty good.
so the chess sets have, auras of transmutation.
I'm at
The lowest one.
Page count. I'm just trying to get
Um,
sure up all like
We're in
logical I got so far.
Yeah. So the chess set has an aura of transmutation upon it, a faint aura, while the pieces of rubble and the two queens on the chessboard itself have, I think it's a moderate aura is the next step up.
Yes.
So those have moderate auras of transmutation.
Okay.
And the chess set on the table, is it a full chess set, or is it, like, corresponding pieces?
It is a full chess set.
Those are magical, and I can't say what kind, so I would recommend leaving them be.
Best to do, yeah. I'm gonna take it on the way out, though.
Do you have something to detect magic?
What?
They have a detect magic
Yes,
item.
good. Nice.
Yeah, we bought a thing.
Good.
I'll go ahead and light a torch. Because fucking why not?
Okay.
I look over. Have any ideas how to get to the other side? It says not to step on the wrong slots.
You notice that the walls are made of rough stone.
Oh, okay. Skitter, skitter, skitter.
So you just skitter to the other side?
Yeah. Unless they're like sheer or something and I can't do it.
Nah, you can climb on these.
Okay. What's on this table over here?
It's the same sort of chess set. It looks nearly identical. Except, of course, it's on the other side. By the way, Juniper, you are on the black side of the board. Or, no, you're on the white side of the board. And
Yep.
Epacse's on the black side.
Yep.
Okay. I look at the board. Where does the king stand?
Oh my god. Directly opposite me. me.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to jump forward to the right.
Make a DC 5 acrobatics check.
I can't fail.
Okay.
Me either.
Cool.
And I guess we say go at each other and go. Go. Right.
Oh. Is that where you land?
Where do I go? How's chess work? My character has 14 intelligence. I have 8. Come on.
Knowledge nobility?
I actually have rank in that, I think. Nope, I don't.
Michael.
I don't. I don't know where to move. I'm just gonna, God, babe, jump, and then I'm gonna mirror it.
I'll tell you. They move in L shapes. So,
Okay, so
yep,
yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm dumb. Don't judge me.
You're fine.
Okay. Walk as a pawn twice. I know that one. It moves forward.
Indeed does.
As you guys make your first jump and as you take the 2 steps forward, the tiles click and give way below you, though nothing comes out of the spouts or anything.
That's nice. As a bishop, 3 paces to the left. Bump, bump, bump.
No. No.
What?
Okay, so for one it says retreat.
Says
Right.
3 paces to the left.
Yes. Bishops move diagonal.
Hello.
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 So Anna is on her way home with food, and I'm starving.
Awesome.
So I'm going to get off and just dump the character sheet here for Brad to use a bomb boy for y'all's entertainment.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Cory.
I will talk to y'all later.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna try to send you terms, but I can't.
Oh, okay. Valid. Alright, boy.
Boy.
Bye.
Alright. So, what the fuck's a bishop do?
Moves diagonally. Bishops only move on squares of their color. Right? So
Yep.
you retreating 3 to the left would put you here.
Yeah, because I work on white.
Yep.
Okay. I do the thing.
Cool.
Would put me here.
More clicks. Nothing happens.
Okay, that's good. What the fuck's a rook do?
Rooks only move horizontally and vertically. So advancing would be moving forward 4 spaces.
Yeah.
Alright.
Black moves as a king. Back into the left.
Yeah, kings can move in any direction.
Yeah,
Only
but
one-
just once.
Yep.
Loop. Wait, no, I don't move. That says black moves as king.
Yeah. You move as a queen.
2 paces back into the left.
No,
Nope, other way.
that's forward.
Okay, I was thinking back from my position on the board.
So, as you all both make the final steps, the entire board compresses and hisses. And you feel like it is now disabled. Sitting beside each of you and cut in the wall is a lever.
I just say over. Same time?
That would be the implication.
Okay.
You pull the levers, Kronk.
Cool.
1, 2, 3, blunk.
So on the count of 3, you both pull the levers, and you hear a familiar stone grinding sound coming from the other side of the room. From Epacse's vantage point, you notice that the door at the bottom left of the room is now open.
Okay.
So you all are free to go to the next floor.
I want to go up against the walls here and just see if there's anything worthwhile past these points.
Like I said, along the back walls you see standing tall are what look like statues of sorts and sets of armor.
Okay.
That's all you see, though.
Okay.
Okay, let me move you guys down to the next floor. So, coming down to the next floor, you find a similarly set up room. Although instead of a chessboard, this one has a deep, bubbling pool of acid in the center. You see, kind of almost reaching up from it, random bits and pieces from would-be adventurers who have fell into the trap of the pit.
And they were carrying entire chests full of gold with them.
I just needed a representation.
And they all just decided to just walk in.
You guys will see.
I don't like this.
You see...
Are my trap senses tingling? Can I make a perception check?
I don't think this is a trap, actually. I'll allow you to make a trap. Or, trap sense. Like, it's technically not a trap, but it feels like a trap.
There's a problem. Someone with strength and stamina must turn the wheel.
We don't have any of those.
I know.
So, you notice bubbling, or at the bottom of the acid pit, you can barely make it out. It looks like there is a stone cross. Let me move it to the right layer. Sitting at the bottom with what look like mechanisms to raise it up. Though as to how to raise it, you can't quite figure out from here.
Cool.
I just go... I have an idea.
I don't see any wheels.
Roll me with a 21. It's +2 for trap sense, right?
My trap sense is currently at +1.
Okay. I'll allow this to be part of the same check. You also notice 2 sections of the wall that look irregular.
Where?
Let me erase. That one, and one at the bottom right.
Which one?
Might need to move your characters.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That if you finagle with, you can figure out that they're actually hidden sections of the wall that open up to secret passages.
I just look at Epacse and I go, I have an idea of getting across without doing any wheel turning. I think we could use your nail thing from earlier just to get across. Just go along the wall. I'm sure something will happen to make it slippery or something. Because magic, and it's an obvious answer. But the nail might prevent that.
I'd like to at least examine the wheels first.
Okay.
Evaluate our options.
Good.
I need vision blocker again. I was talking to myself.
No vision blocker. Not allowed.
Okay. Vision has been unblocked in a section, so you guys can continue through the passage.
Okay. Follow.
You find yourself on the other side of the acid pit after knocking open the wall.
Oh, well.
Never mind, we did it.
Now,
Okay.
the issue is in front of the, what you assume is the stairway, is a heavy stone door.
Okay.
You don't see any easy way to open it. There's no handle or anything. And if you detect magic, it would in fact be magical in nature.
Didn't you say there were 2 sections of wall that did a thing?
What was that?
Didn't you say there were 2 sections of wall that did a thing?
Yes, there's also a I wonder if I can move. Do you all see Buck's section now?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Buck goes and explores this section and finds the wheel built into the wall that was spoken of before.
Oh, fuck.
Cool.
We all have -1 strength. This is going to go well.
Bam.
I don't actually run across the acid, just so you know.
You're good. I knew it. You have a way across.
Still like my climate idea. Okay, so what's up with this pool of blood?
That's the wheel. Yeah.
I just look at Epacse and I say, is that magical too?
Is it?
The wheel is not.
Cool. I try to turn it.
What's your strength modifier?
-1.
I try and help.
What is it with muleback cords?
It just affects carrying capacity, but it gives you a +8.
I'm going to allow it to help.
Okay.
Then my modifier would be a +3.
With a +3, you are able to push the wheel with relative ease. And to hold it in place, you kind of position yourself against the wall. And you all hear the sound of grinding stone from the other side of the wall.
Cool.
I'm gonna go.
To the goblin.
Yeah.
Hold this.
Okay.
It is held.
I would like to disable this device
Go ahead.
and jam it in the open position.
Eric's too. I was just gonna put more cement on it.
35.
That will do it. So with a 35, you manage to find a piece of rubble and perhaps something in your sack, that you jam into the mechanism, and once Michael lets it go, the wheel is stuck in place.
Nice.
Cool. What's out here?
Out here, the cross that was formerly in the acid has risen up from it, and it's at foot level now.
And was the, chest of gold and shit actually there?
Yes.
I want to put a tentative foot on the cross.
So you reach out and you press your weight down on it, and for a split second the mechanism seems to fail, but you hear a heavy grinding from the other side of the wall, and it holds your weight easily.
Okay. So, there I am. I was wondering where the hell I was.
Now might be the time to be tiny for a minute.
Yeah. I just look at, do you have any extra? I can give you one if you don't have one.
I have one.
Okay. Yeah, down a potion reduce person.
Yep.
Cool. You two are tiny, so you are able to make your way across the stone pillar with ease.
I just look at the gold down there. Do you want to get some?
Let's focus on staying alive first. I assume these are levers.
Yep, they are levers again.
Let's pull some levers.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, yeah.
On the count of 3, like the last floor, you two pull the levers at once. And Michael, this time, you are the one who sees the door grind open.
Yeah, it's open.
Buck chitters happily.
That tracks.
I jump off the lever.
Okay.
Boosh.
I've been looking down at it really longingly. Does it look like there's anything easily grabbable if I lower a grappling hook with a rope and just have it snag it?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. Just on some rope, a tiny grappling hook goes down, tries to snag something.
Roll me a dexterity check.
Just straight up dexterity?
Straight up dexterity.
15.
So, you see, almost stoically, a skeletal hand somehow still holding up a magic-looking dagger that glints in the light with faint blue aura. You reach the grappling hook down, and you hook it around the pommel, and as you're pulling it up, you can't help but watch as it slowly slides off the grappling hook, splashing into the acid.
I just go, oh.
Bet it was a medium dagger anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking great sword to me.
So down to the next floor.
Away we go.
Yeah, I just wind it up. I'm sad. I'm pouting. I'm totally getting this fucking chess pieces.
Oh, I put Buck in a wall.
Stay in there, Buck.
So as you guys come down to the next floor, you are greeted with walls filled to the brim with books. The walls themselves are made of stone, and these are all in tomes that, once translated by Buck, are more historical nonfiction.
I don't like that it says in parentheses all. That's not nice. Yeah, I want to... I just want to make a stealth check and peek around this corner first.
Okay.
A mirror. So, you roll stealth. 38. And then I just... Mirror.
You peek around the corner, and you see, in the corner, what was once a glass bookcase, or not bookcase, a glass cabinet, that the glass has been shattered out, and sprinkled all along the ground are various items, that with an appraise check, you can figure out their worth.
Okay. I just peek back around the corner and say, I don't see any sentinels. Looks like there's some stuff at the end of the hallway. And I'm just going to... As I get stopped, I'm just going to go down here again.
Okay.
I'm going to repeat the mirror before I go and check anything.
So you peek the corner. I'm moving you just so you can see. And you see at the end of the hallway... Crap, you're in a wall again. You see at the end of the long hallway another clockwork statue sitting there solemnly. Though this one you see a magical glint in its eyes.
That react at all to me holding out the mirror and looking?
Roll stealth.
40.
I don't think he can beat that. So he does not see.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go back around and see. Yeah, though, there is one.
There's what?
There's a sentinel. He wasn't moving, though. I don't think he's on the patrol. He wasn't moving, right?
Nope, he was not moving.
I want to go peek around this corner.
Okay. You peek around the corner and you see nothing.
Where are you going?
Peek around this corner. Blonk.
Peek around the corner and see nothing.
Yeah, I see one at the very end. So peek around the corner. Blonk.
You see another likewise fallen apart bookshelf with marvelous tomes and scrolls scattered amongst the ground.
Let's go back. More shit down that hallway. I don't see any more besides that first one I saw. Any preference on the path?
Would it be okay if we pick this up at a later time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me.
Alright.
Alrighty.
The session later.
We shall resume this later. Okay, and we're back, so... Everybody ready?
I charge!
Oh no.
I'll ever.
So you guys have made it past the first couple floors of the tower. You made it past the chests and the acid pits. And now you are in a labyrinthian maze of bookshelves with random books and curios scattered about the walls.
Yeah. And I did a little bit of scouting.
You did.
I found there seems to be like 2 big piles of gold stuff to get. You can see those on the map.
Yep.
And down that left hallway there's a sentry. If it sees you, it fight time.
Yes. So I assume Juniper's taking the lead?
Yep.
Cool.
I'm gonna go down one of the, as of yet, unexplored hallways.
Okay. Go ahead and pick a hallway, and I will tell you when to stop.
Oh, I need real stealth, don't I?
Not quite yet. I'll let you know, though. Actually,
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and roll a stealth roll. We'll just get it out of the way for record keeping.
Okay. I'd like to do that with this character.
It's good at it.
Goddamn, now I have that jingle stuck. Now I have the jingle stuck in my head, Brad.
Alright. I got 48 for stealth.
Okay, I will note that.
True. Got a deal for you.
Epacse and Buck, are you guys just hanging back for now, or are you on the coattails?
I am checking my skills to see what I'm good at again.
Okay.
But, anyway, I go to this corner.
Okay.
In that routine, I pull up mirror, I peek around with it.
Okay. You see a few more entrances down hallways.
And shotgun surprise, this just leads there.
Yep.
Mirror.
Okay.
I can see a little bit of one enemy there.
Yeah, roll perception. Cool. DC was 10. So as you peer around the corner, you said you were using your mirror for all this, right?
Yeah. I'm going out in the hallway myself.
You see another one of the sentinels sitting there silently, though. From your position, you can make out that its back is towards this hallway, and it seems to be standing in an archway.
Alright. Then I'm going to hop over to this one.
Okay.
Done it. With mirror again.
From here, you can now see the front side of the sentry, and it looks like it's peering down a hallway.
Does it look like it's peering down this one?
No, it looks like it is facing the westward direction. Yes.
Alright. Then I'm peek down this one.
Cool. You see nothing?
Okay.
and if you go down, you'll see it wraps around.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna tell the two. Looks like there's one guarding an entrance. You get to it when its back is turned.
Oh, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm good. Okay.
My computer, refreshed, and I was like, did I just go down?
Go down.
I think I'm just gonna toss a bomb to the bottom, down the hallway.
It's not this hallway.
This hallway?
I would tell you where you can move to. I would lead
Okay.
you. And I would say, once we get here, to not go any further.
I will, since it's been a week or two, remind you to look at the message from the crystal.
Right, where is that, Discord?
Yeah, it's under Heist.
Okay.
I'm also going to reopen it, because I forgot.
There is stuff there.
Message.
Behind is blind, but in front it sees all.
Okay. There we
Okay, I go I guess I could just walk past it then. Try. Come help if I scream.
I prepare a bomb in case I hear a scream.
Okay.
Yeah, so I walk up behind it, going stealthily. Does it do anything?
So you walk up behind it, stealthing down the hallway. You're met with just pure silence in the air. As you get closer, you hear a small motor whirring from within the Sentinel. However, as you come up to it, it doesn't seem to make any notice of you being there.
Okay. That's true, I'm more go past. And
As you get there...
squeeze against the right wall.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Okay.
I would like to get right behind the Sentinel.
Okay.
I'm going to try and disable it.
Give me 1 second.
Knowledge. I want to use a combination of knowledge, engineering, and disable device.
It's not gonna sit still and let you do
Yeah.
that.
I'm
It's
trying to
still a
think.
creature.
Yeah.
It
Now,
is.
if you're...
So they can't see you if you're behind it.
If you are sneaky about it, I'd allow you to try to rig something in the archway. But, yeah, it's a creature, so there's really not much you can do to it without alarming it.
Fair. Alright, then I'll just follow Juniper and stick, and while doing, humming the Mission Impossible theme.
Okay.
So I squeeze against the right wall. I take my mirror out. I peek.
You peek and see what you see. Also, make a perception check.
Can I get on this perception check too?
Yeah. Go ahead and put yourself with Juniper.
I don't know where that is.
I got 12.
I got you.
Okay.
With a 12, you manage to make out a slight noise coming from the other side of the bookcase.
This bookcase? I'll say bookcase.
All of the walls in this place are made up of bookcases.
Okay.
So the wall directly in front of you, you hear whirring and what sounds like footsteps coming from the other side.
Is there anything on the bookcases?
There are random books and curios.
I see an obvious switch, I'm going to go past it.
Okay, do you go left or right?
I'm going to go here, just peek around the corner with the mirror.
Okay.
Bloop. I'm curious now. Bloop.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that just connects.
Yep.
Oh.
Wee, all the way down.
It,
time. Bloop.
it's at this point that you see another sentinel, although this one is in motion. You happen you happen to round the corner, and if you're using your mirror, you see it start moving downward this way.
Okay.
Moving at about 10 feet per second. Or per 6 seconds per round.
Okay, so while it's gone, I take a peek down this hallway.
Okay.
And I see that, and I assume it's going to wrap around.
If you stay there for a moment, you happen to see it rounding the corner. Make a perception check as you watch. Or not perception, a stealth roll.
Oh, okay.
I don't think this thing has even a chance of hitting that. Nope.
Okay.
So you see it round the corner and turn down the hallway towards you. However, you're able to pull the mirror back in time for it to not make any notice of you.
Okay. Then, once it kind of confirms it's just wrapping around, I'm going to go look the other way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see money.
As you go around, you find, laying on the floor, another strange possession of just oddities that at one point were probably on the shelf. They're laying loosely on the floor, scattered about, a few of them broken.
Peek around this corner. Alright, none there. I pocket these.
Okay.
Pocket.
Roll me D100. You find... I think Epacse will want this one.
Epacse, come help me sneak.
So you find amongst the random mess on the ground a small vial. The inside holds a liquid that looks oily under your light. And if you use the item of Detect Magic, it has a moderate aura of conjuration.
Is it a potion or an oil?
It's closest to an oil. It's a wondrous item, though.
Okay, because if it was an alchemy item, I could use craft alchemy to identify.
24 spellcraft.
24 spellcraft would tell you that this is a salve of slipperiness. It provides a plus 20 competence bonus on all escape artist checks and combat maneuver checks made to escape from a grapple. It also has a few other things, but it's based off of the grease spell.
My favorite.
Epacse would love it.
You good, Claire?
Yes.
What?
I'm sorry, are you good, Claire?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'll peek down this hallway real quick.
Okay.
I'm getting frustrated that I'm not finding an end. I go,
When
use
you
mirror. This one.
you see a sentinel standing up above you, though it's facing away from your current direction. And in front of it, you see another small pile of curios.
I'll wait just a second, see if it's in any motion where it turns.
No, it sits there silently.
Okay, I'm gonna go down. Long.
Yep, you see a sentinel facing the corner which the mirror's at. Roll me a stealth check.
What?
Cool. You manage to
Back in there.
slowly pull the mirror away from the corner in such a way that it doesn't alert the sentinel.
Okay.
Do you need me to make a distraction?
No, not yet. I want to see if we can get by without alerting any of them. Okay. So, peek down there. Nothing there. So, whoosh. Okay. Loosh.
You see the back of another sentinel.
I see back. Loosh. Okay. Loosh. Loosh. Okay.
This one I have facing the wrong direction.
Where? Oh, okay. Because I already just rolled self.
Okay. But yeah, you managed to turn the corner and see that one facing down.
Okay. So, this is back.
So when you...
Big red button!
Yep. When you arrive there, into this wall, whereas all the other bookshelves are covered in ancient tombs, this wall is dominated by a large painting. It's of an eccentric-looking human. You would guess noble by his clothing. And sitting there at the bottom underneath of it is a small switch engraved into the wall.
Is there any engravings around it, or is it just the switch?
Just the switch.
What's the inscription?
No inscription or anything, just a painting of a man.
Just mine.
Can we assume that I was with Juniper?
Yeah,
Because I lost track of where they were on map tools.
you're
I
good.
would tell you.
I would like to craft
Is it possible with us?
perception, the switch for any traps, or knowledge engineering for any traps on the switch.
Roll perception.
Also, is Epacse with us?
Sure.
Cool, I'll move you.
I would have gave you the slippery salve.
So, you cannot make out any sort of traps linked to the switch.
I'm just kind of like staring off at the page, like,
I want something fun to happen. I press the switch.
So, as you press the switch, you hear coming from deep within the labyrinth another familiar grinding sound of rock on rock. It appears that you have opened a door somewhere within the maze.
well, that probably alerted the guards.
Don't think they hear very much. Okay, so roll out
Following Juniper again.
down to the end of the hallway. Blonk, blonk, blonk. Where'd it go? That was a loop. Let's try down here. Alright.
Yeah, there's a sentinel down there.
There's a sentinel there. There's one there too. I don't see any other obvious paths. Other than the one where we could time it and try and go in that circle with that one thing.
I Again, I'm offering distraction.
I don't think they really care about distractions. They just want to kill.
Let them chase me for a bit.
Okay, well, but there was the part about if you get seen, you lose.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
So, one note, I don't know of any other path where there isn't a sentinel watching. I know of two. There's one where it's patrolling, and another one where it's just staring straight at the hallway. So, I'm gonna try and time it with the patrol one.
Okay. I'll go ahead
So,
and move the
I go
others.
here. I wait for him to get walking.
So he turns the corner. As I said, he moves 10 feet per round, so he's not a fast man.
Yeah, I say, stay behind me.
Mission Impossible jingle.
Around the corner.
As you round the corner, you see another exit. I'll go
Do
ahead.
the thing! Now I'm here!
And as you guys
Patron!
turn, you see another staircase leading below. And you see indentations in the walls where a door once was. So do you all go down?
Down we go.
Cool.
Don't wiggle.
Oh, I put you all on a wall.
Whoops.
There Ripperonis.
So as you all come down the staircase, you hear a faint magical humming in the air. This bottom level smells particularly dank and musty. Cobwebs are in the corners of each corner of the room. Into the walls are...
Damn. Even the corners have corners in this place.
Into the walls are built engravings in a language. Who had Draconic?
Not me.
Me.
Buck, you would recognize that the engravings are in Draconic.
What did I say?
They go on to tell of the building of this place, almost likening it to a mythical tale, as well as the wizard who created it, whose name I forget because he's not important. Bortenfall. No, not Borten. Aldefin. That's his name.
Allie.
Aldefin, with the help of Bortenfall, creating this treacherous dungeon-esque tower, as well as the secret it holds within. A gem that could create anything the user desires.
Neat.
Scuttle, scuttle, scuttle.
You scuttle, scuttle, scuttle.
Scuttle. Scuttle.
You come in upon this right side has seating upon it, viewing down through cracked glass onto an opaque an opaque purple stone with blue hewn cracks running through it. And if you go to I'm going to do this so you can see it. And at the far left side, built into the wall, is this magnificent contraption with cables running down from the bottom towards the stone itself.
Are they milking the rock?
They're milking a rock.
Roll me spellcraft.
I believe it. They're milking a rock.
18.
With an 18, it's not per se milking the rock, but it seems as if there's some sort of connection between the rock and this device. The device, by the way, is composed of levers and buttons, all in Draconic. And above it is a large inscription by itself that simply says, "As you wish it, it shall come."
Okay. Yeah, that is the move. Is that it?
I'll move it right here.
As you wish it, it shall come.
Okay, so what the hell does the message say about this? But the one who can control it, step up to the wheel. You can read it, we can't, so. Cool. Select entry antiman. Prize will be found. The amulet shall shatter the glass, then run with your prize. What's this big red thing?
The big red thing is the contraption.
Okay.
In our world, it would be most akin to a computer monitor with a keyboard.
I look at Buck. Apparently you can read this.
I go inspect the monitor.
It has some simple prompts onto it, that I won't require a check to go through or anything. But simple diaries are logged in on it from Alphaden, as well as a few other things. And finally at the bottom is an option that says "Activate Crystal?" ?
Y'all want me to turn this on?
Sure.
No, however, does this refer? Is this thing the glass the message refers to?
You.
The amulet, or was it like stuck in the doorway outside?
What was it, Michael?
Do we still got the amulet, or was it like stuck in the doorway outside?
You still have the amulet.
Okay. Is there like a slot for the amulet anywhere?
If you look at the amulet and compare it to the glass, or to the large crystal, you can make out that they almost seem to be of the same material.
The amulet should share the glass.
I hold I asked if I could have the amulet.
No, I touch it with it.
Oh, okay.
So as you
No, if you ask, I do.
I was waiting for the same thing.
Okay.
So as you pull the amulet out, the large crystal starts humming even louder. The blue cracks in it start to glow with a iridescent light. And as you get the small amulet closer to it, the amulet kind of wobbles in the air and starts to get drawn towards the crystal. When you place it up to it, you hear this intense, high, ear-piercing humming, but nothing else really happens.
I'll hold this, you go to the monitor. Or whatever the fuck that thing is over there.
I go to the monitor.
You go to the monitor and you're greeted with the same options from before. With one of them being Activate Crystal.
Hit it.
I hit it. Pull the lever, Crunk.
You pull the lever and the intense, ear-piercing humming becomes somehow even louder, clouding all thoughts that you have.
Wrong lever.
It feels as if the air itself is shaking as this humming continues. And the prompt appears on the screen. What would you like? Now, does anybody here have linguistics by any chance?
Do I? The answer is no, I don't.
A lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. Don't. No.
fun thing then.
Heck you.
Heck you.
You were told to put in the word Antiman.
Ant-Man.
Yep, select entry Antiman and the prize will be found.
See that tech comes from
Fun Ant-Man. I love Paul Rudd's movie.
So, does everyone want me to put in Ant-Man?
I think something happens first.
Let's do it. I put in the prompt, Brad.
You put in the prompt and hit enter. The crystal before you, where it was once opaque, you can finally see through it, and you see a menagerie of items kind of blink in and out of existence. Is that not a thing? One second. A menagerie of items blink in and out of existence through it, as the entire room begins filling with this electric sort of energy. And for the final time, somebody roll me a D100.
Want me to?
Sure.
Slash roll 1D100. 67.
So with a 67,
You're 2 off.
Right.
Not nice.
Why? Those.
So as you look at this thing, the items begin to blink out in existence faster and faster before you see one item kind of taking up the majority of the crystal, almost reflected infinitely. These infinite reflections begin to converge on themselves, becoming one item, which is, as soon as I get the page up, one second.
I just imagine the shop theme is going on this entire time.
What was that?
I like to imagine the shop theme is going on right now.
Before you see a hole 6 feet in diameter, and as black as night. It begins to stabilize in the crystal before, with one last ear-piercing screech that deafens you all for a round, the crystal shatters, releasing a burst of energy. The glass around the crystal shatters along with it, as well as the walls around the room.
Nice.
When you guys recover from being deafened for a round, laying amongst the pieces of the crystal on the ground is a 6 foot in diameter hole that looks a little floppy, almost.
A floppy hole?
Floppy hole? What?
And then...
I mean, I'm not judging, but floppy hole?
Yep. As you guys go to inspect it, however, if you look at the room around you, you see water starting to trickle in from the walls.
Did we just delete the tower?
Into the floppy hole! I jumped in the floppy hole.
I follow.
Oh boy.
You didn't expect that, did you?
One moment. Epacse, do you also go into the hole?
The
Be
what?
cool. Come into the floppy hole.
I was told to run with my prize.
So,
Floppy hole is the prize.
The
We
thing
didn't get
that
a
came
thing.
out of this crystal is a floppy hole.
Yeah.
a hole that looks like it can be folded upon itself.
You didn't say that. You said floppy hole.
Yeah.
Well, I do so.
So you pick up the hole?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys want to retcon jumping in the hole?
No, they're in the hole.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in the hole now.
Well,
Let's go.
we'll get to that in a bit. Epacse, being the last member to not jump in the 6-foot in diameter floppy hole, you start to... the lights in the tower flicker off and then back on into a shade of red, while a deep, buzzing alarm sound starts to go off.
Excellent.
It is time to escape.
With that in mind, I drink my elixir of escape.
Cool.
Apply yourself of slipperiness that I gave you. Gives you a plus 20.
I'm good.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and put you on the next floor. So as you start to make your escape after applying your Get Slick juice,
Slick juice.
you arrive on the 3rd floor.
Cool.
You hear deep mechanical whirrings, and from around the corner, the first sentinel appears.
I poked my head out of the hole. I was like, yeah, don't roll me. I do. I said it.
No, not this hole.
Not how it works.
Why not?
We'll say the sentinel gets here before you two see each other, so roll initiative.
Okay.
All of us, or just the one that didn't jump in the floppy?
Just the one that didn't jump in the floppy hole.
Okay, I'm sorry I jumped in the floppy hole.
I'm sorry, I'm also impulsive.
Fine. This is the best way this could have ended.
Right? Trust me, it's better than the actual ending.
I believe you.
Okay, so you get to act first.
Alright. I act.
Cool.
What do you get for your acting? A Grammy?
Yes.
These walls are all bookshelves, right?
They are.
Are they the kind where, like, if I push the book, is there a divider between the in the middle?
You know, I like where this is going, so I'm gonna say no.
I'm a
These,
character that has a plus 35 to escape artist. What the fuck do you think I'm gonna do in this situation?
you know, that's a good question. But yeah, there is no divider. They're freestanding.
They're freestanding. Oh, does that mean I can get on top of them?
Yes.
Even fucking better. Let's do that.
Okay. Let me knock off some vision blockers real quick so you can actually get on them. Cool. So make me a either climb check or acrobatics.
I have a feeling acrobatics is gonna be... I don't know. Since it's a vertical jump, climb is gonna be better.
Okay.
Alright.
You managed to skedaddle up the
No. Oh shit, did he missile me?
You managed to skedaddle up the bookshelf using the shelves as footholds. They kind of give under your weight because they're very old and decrepit. Books and items go slashing and crashing to the ground. But you make it to the top of the bookshelf otherwise.
Do I still have a move action?
Yep, you sure do.
I withdraw a potion of jump.
Okay. These guys don't have reach weapons. Nope.
That's fine.
So this guy will move here. And it's back to your turn.
I think you know what's going to happen now.
I sure do.
I drink the potion of jump.
Mm-hmm.
And then I jump.
Cool.
Into the floppy hole.
Just throw the floppy hole onto the ground and just swanton bomb into it.
I can't fail a 25-foot jump.
Okay, so you are able to jump 25 feet.
Damn. Wouldn't the Agony of Rudra tornado be handy here?
I mean, yeah.
Let's go here.
You sail above the bookshelves. The sentinels all looking up at you. And if constructs could be perplexed, they probably would be.
Context-sensitive command.
On their turn, they all move closer towards you.
So the problem is they're spinning around me, and I'm targeting them. And then, as they're spinning around, I have to compensate.
And then it's back to you.
Pressing back
Another
right.
25-foot jump.
Next to where the enemy is on the screen.
Alright, let's do...
Fair.
So that's what sucks. And then I'm gonna get it taken away in the second half anyway. Oh, fuck. I can never see those coming.
Move here,
Okay.
I can't readjust my camera in this battle.
and then jump there.
Cool. So you go bounding, jumping more across the bookshelves. You manage to grab a chandelier along the way. You're really adding some cool points onto this.
Of course.
You land
35 acrobatics, I would hope so.
You land gracefully on top of a bookshelf, which for a second seems to teeter with your weight, but settles
Yeah,
back.
I'm honestly curious what people do, or like what people suggest to do, deal with the big...
And then I think from here you can make it through the floor.
Fuck, I can't see where the missiles went, but I guess they didn't hit me.
Yeah, 25 gets me there.
Yep.
And then tumbling landing.
Cool, so we will take you up to the next floor. So you come out of the labyrinth unscathed and end up on the floor. Why can I not? There you are.
If I do that in
End up back on the floor with the acid pit.
Cool.
You have a moment to catch your breath because, as you noted on your first time through here, there weren't any sentinels or the like.
I've used 3 of my 10 rounds of jump. Let's go.
Oh boy.
Alright, is this still
maybe clean it, man.
up?
Yes, remember you knocked
I jammed
the...
it.
Yeah, you jammed it, so it's still up.
Yeah. Alright, cool. I do the thing, and I cross.
Cool.
Am I met with any adversities on my way?
Not on this floor.
Excellent.
And you're finally to the chessboard floor. One more floor to freedom.
Does initiative resume?
Initiative resumes. I'll let you have top of initiative.
Neum.
So, as you noom, you see from the portcullises on each side of the chessboard, the Clockwork Guardians, word of life at the sight of you. They will all...
Oh, these guys zoom.
That
Right.
attack is totally super fast, but it's so hard to pull off because I need to be targeting something.
They take their moves, and then it's back to you.
I take my moves.
Cool. As you take your moves and look back, you see the Clockwork Guardians, the two nearest the portcullis, grab a wheel on the wall and start twisting it as the gate rises. They hold it open as two come out after you. And you see the portcullises on the other side likewise rise.
I bet that would have been relevant.
Yep. And that's you.
I leave.
So you managed to leave, and on your way out, let me move you there.
Yeah. That.
I just need the one person.
trigger gauge if I can use it right now.
You find yourself back on top of the tower. You see where the quote-unquote stone...
Marine.
Do what?
I see a Marine.
A Marine? Where's the Marine? Oh, why the hell are you here? Get out of here.
Filmed the Marine. Not supposed to be there.
Yeah, I don't know why he was here. On top of the tower, you see where... Was it stone salve that you used, Michael?
I also had only one.
Alchemical cement.
Alchemical cement, that's what it was. You see the alchemical cement holding the stone sliding door in place as it creaks heavily, trying to break free of it. Then from downstairs you hear further mechanical whirring. And you see, peeking over the side of the buttress, the sailor's eyes looking at you confused, because he just heard an explosion.
Flash, and then there's a delay.
Yeah.
I get it. But
Yep, don't worry about it. Got a hole, let's go.
Cool.
Pop my head and say, "How's it going?"
So you hop on the boat. And
Is there room to spread out the hole?
there's room to spread out the hole.
I do so.
Cool. Going back to the other two, you all have been on an interesting adventure. After plunging yourself into the hole, you guys find yourself in a variety of locations. 1 second, time passes by and you're an eternal flame of fire. When in the next, you think you're back in the tower, but everything looks weird. Next second, you find yourself on a odd planet with strange orange sandy features and an inability to breathe, before finally plopping back out of the hole on top of the boat.
See me come out of the hole, my eyes are dilated. I go, ah!
That was the best trip I've ever had. Hi, did we miss anything?
It's at this point that the boat starts to pull away from the tower, which finally seems to give under its own weight, tilting at an odd angle away from the boat. Parts of its features finally becoming unraveled and exposed from the ocean current. When everybody roll perception.
I look at the box and go, I can see time.
15.
You all manage to look back at the tower as it begins to sink, when you notice from the side closest to the boat, a hole opens up in the stone facet itself. You see a pair of glowing eyes come creeping out from it before, with a gust of wind, something flies out into the air. And it's time to roll initiative.
oh yeah, can't even trick her.
Don't like that.
Same as last, so I don't need to change it.
Yeah.
Okay, what was
Following
Buck's?
chat.
You got 9.
Cool. And has Epacse rolled yet?
I can work and take care of the rest. Fuck. Well, it was working.
Is 27 your initiative, Claire?
You said roll perception, right?
And then something came from a hole in the side of the wall, and now it's time to roll initiative.
Then no, 28 is my initiative.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Cool.
Huh. Ooh, that's close.
And let's move this out. One moment. Did I put this on the object layer? I did. So as the tower sinks, hovering about 20 feet in the air and about 60 feet from the boat, is this massive stone-like figure with large bat-like wings. And then with a snap of its fingers, it sets itself alight.
Excuse me, the fuck?
Yep.
How is it in any way thematically consistent?
Yep. Look, I agree. I paid $3 for this adventure. I'm not sure what I expected.
Fucking wild.
So, I knew you were going to.
So, Claire.
I can't do shit to this thing, so I hope somebody else can.
Boom. I've got full bombs ready to go.
Oh, okay, Claire, it's your turn. What do you do?
You fucking know what? Well, here's what alright, what's the heaviest thing we have on board?
This is ridiculous.
There is a... How much? Let me see how much an anchor weighs. Because this thing would have an anchor.
Sure, yep. That'll work. That's fucking perfect.
So there is an anchor sitting nearby. We're not going with 30,000 pounds.
No.
That's like an aircraft carrier anchor.
Bit much.
One ton anchor. Like half a car.
Why is it? There's an anchor. We'll say that much as I find the weight.
Alright, well.
That cannot be right.
What?
Hold on. Okay, that's the way of the ship. I was like, why is the anchor start at 2,500 pounds? There's a 25-pound anchor nearby.
Oh, it's not nearly heavy enough.
Oh, God. What is the plan?
No, I guess the plan needs to change now.
Okay. You also see...
We are 3 small creatures.
You right.
7 boards, and I have several potions of Antola.
Well, unless you want to sink the boat, then I don't think that any of that's going to help us.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Hey, guys, what was in the fucking hole?
I'm... Orange planet.
So it's not just a normal portable hole.
Nope.
Oh,
It's the well of many worlds.
it might have had something useful in it.
You know what? Roll me high bad, low bad.
Oh god. Let's go high bad. Oh, that's bad.
Okay.
That's good.
So... Let me... Do you try to reach into the hole to find something?
No, I just asked if there was anything useful in the hole.
Ignore the high bad, low bad, then.
Alright. I don't want to get randomly plane shifted somewhere. I got nothing, so I guess I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay.
I shoot at it.
You hit.
Cool. It takes no damage because it's a fucking gargoyle and I'm rolling a d6.
You right. So your arrow pierces off of its hide, or glances off of its hide, I mean, getting scorched by the cinders rising from its body. And is that your turn?
Move action to reload for all the good it's gonna do me.
Okay. Juniper.
How gargoyle?
Did you say how far away was it?
Yeah.
It's about 60 feet from the boat, 20 feet in the air.
Range increments out from my range weapon, which is rolling much less than that Claire's bow. Really.
Crossbow.
Well, mine's a hand crossbow.
Oh. Well, that's, those are useless.
They are, unless
You know what's more useless than a hand crossbow? A small hand crossbow.
Exactly. It's all, I took it only to shoot trick arrows for like grappling hooks and shit. See here. Look. I'm going to drink a potion of Vanouche.
Jump in the hole again.
But I want to move to the front of the boat, pull out the potion as part of move action, standard to glug it down.
Cool. Buck, it's your turn.
Prepare action to throw a bomb at it when it gets within one range increment.
Okay, and how far is that for you? 30?
I think so.
Yeah, bombs have a range increment.
Cool. It will charge at Epacse.
So
So,
throw a bomb at it.
yep, do your thing first.
Flat roll, range touch attack. Ranged is... Boy. This sheet. There is ranged. 2 plus 2, so 4. Oof.
That's a miss.
Bomb just goes off to the side.
Yep. Small
Oh, the-
explosion in the water.
Heck.
Charging, so... Does a 25 hit you, Claire?
Oh, yeah, it sure is.
Alrighty. 1d6 plus 2.
No, Epacse magically transforms into meatball for a second.
You take 9 damage.
Ouchies.
The gargoyle is now, kind of perched on the side of the boat, and the fishing captain's yelling, "Get that flaming fuck off the boat." Epacse, it's your turn.
That sucks.
You are
Floppy ho. Floppy ho.
you are standing beside a floppy hole and a gargoyle.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright. First things first. 5-foot step.
Okay.
And then I need to read something.
Reading's not allowed.
Shut the
Yeah, it's cheating.
I guess I'll use my turn to drink a potion of Cure Light.
Okay.
Neat.
Juniper, it's your turn.
Now fuck him up. 5-foot step. And then rapier up the tank.
Oh, fuck.
Maybe don't do that. Maybe let him get somewhere we can flank him and actually deal damage.
Okay, I got 14 intelligence. I would do that. I 5-foot step, prepare to flank, and prepare to attack once he's in flanking position.
That's you move to the same spot. He doesn't have to move now.
I'm invisible.
Also, the hole's here.
Because I have vanished, so he's just going to move forward to hit you.
I didn't know you were invisible.
I drank vanish last turn.
Well, I wasn't paying attention, obviously.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so what was the action again, Michael?
Move.
Yeah, just 5-foot step and then prepare to attack once flanked.
Cool.
And I'll be right back. There's delivery upstairs.
Okay. Buck, it's your turn.
I'm going to use a concoction of adhesive spittle.
Okay.
Need to make another ranged touch attack.
Cool.
I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Nope.
Yeah, you miss.
That very unfortunate. I'm dead.
Cool. The flaming gargoyle. I'll wait until they get back.
I think after this, I'm going to start cooking dinner.
I'm shocked nobody's attacked him with the portable hole yet.
That's my backup plan.
age base of this. So
Oof.
Hello?
Hello.
What's the haps?
So it's gonna move here. I'm provoking attacks from Mickle.
Why would it move there? Is it stupid?
Actually, let me look at this thing's intelligence. Yes, it is.
Alright.
Look, I have to give you guys something because apparently the person who wrote this is like, you know what the final boss should be? A flaming gargoyle.
Like, it's not the fact that it's a flaming gargoyle, it's that there was absolutely zero indication that this was coming.
Right? Like, the rest of the dungeon, it explains to you guys how to do everything. Like, there's no challenge. And then it's like,
Yeah,
hey...
there are constructs.
Yeah, hey...
There are the fucking clockworks as enemies.
Like, I was talking to Cody about this, and I was like, what has this thing been eating? It's still a living creature. Has it been just in the tower for eons eating rats?
Yes.
Fucking here now.
I'm here now.
Came out of the hole.
Same.
So...
That would actually make more sense if the hole was, like, enchanted to release this thing when it opened or something. But... no.
After this, I'm going to tell you everything that I ad-libbed in this, because I really had to spice this adventure up.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I'm back. Sorry about that.
So, the
You
gargoyle...
broke an attack of opportunity, Michael.
Yep.
Fuck it. 1d20 plus... I'm flanking now, so 13. Blark, I roll 1.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Good job.
I do so good.
Wait,
that's my prepared action. I get another attack if it's provoked.
You right. Go ahead and roll the other attack before what happens. You're not going back in the hole. Fucking hell, Michael.
Back in the hole, damn it.
I'm back in the hole. I see time.
Oh my god, that one... No, it doesn't hit. Because it doesn't have the -2 to AC from before.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this thing's a gargoyle with very low AC.
It may be in... No, the first one would have canceled invisibility. Never mind.
I'm so mad right now.
I'm a little bit.
So, you...
This thing is an abomination.
Yep, you stab at it, but you've been around Epacse too much, and your weapon's a little bit too slippery. So as you stab at it, it slips out of your hand and falls into the hole.
Oh, the weapon does, not me.
Yeah, the weapon. Michael, you're not allowed to be in this combat now.
You?
And then it will bite at Epacse. Actually, no, it didn't charge or anything. You know what? It will bite at the guy that just tried to stab it.
Speaking of yeet, you guys gonna kill a giant this weekend?
Oh, I'm ready.
Are you?
Does an 11 hit you, Michael?
No.
That is the gargoyle's turn. Epacse, it's your turn.
Move, free action to drop my crossbow.
Okay.
Move action to draw my rapier.
Okay.
Poke.
Poke it.
Wait. Michael doesn't threaten any squares anymore.
Shit.
Nope.
Never mind. let's reverse that.
Okay.
It's over the hole.
It is.
Just a second.
Fuck.
Are you going to make an attack with the hole?
I'm gonna trip it.
Hell yes.
Do it.
Oh god.
Fun fact, I put this hole in here because I didn't have high hopes for this combat.
Does a 22 trip it?
I believe it does. Yep.
Oh, nice.
So, you trip it, and it begins fluttering in the air like a leaf falling from a tree before plummeting into the hole. If you look down, you see nothing but blackness.
Move action to flip the fucking thing over.
You flip the fucking thing over. Combat's over.
I just look down. I go, my rapier.
I just hum the Final Fantasy victory jingle louder.
I'm fucking useless now.
And from there, you all can make it back to town.
I'm so mad.
We will call it a session there. I assume.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So what happened while I was gone that made Claire mad?
This whole thing just made Claire mad.
Yeah, this is so bad.
Yeah.
It is very bad.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm ready to go start my dinner now.
First
Alrighty.
half was good, but that was because Brad ad-libbed it.
Yeah.
God damn.
Hey there, guys. Brad, your DM here, coming at you with a little post-game wrap-up. That adventure sure was something. Thank you all for joining us, though. I know the second half wasn't as good as the first half, but I hope I made it all come together fairly well. I want to give you a big thank you to everyone watching, and if you do like what you're seeing, like and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll get updated on when we post videos in the future. On top of that, if you really want to support us, go to our Patreon. We have one patron right now, TJ Smash, or better known as Trevor Walker. He actually, his subscription ended up helping me be able to buy this adventure, which I found for $3 on DriveThruRPG. But yeah, I'm hoping that as we get more subscribers, I can actually start putting this on an official podcast website, which ranges about $15 to $20 a month. You can subscribe for as little as $3, up through $5 and $10. Bunch of different rewards and stuff for each tier level. I recommend going and checking it out. Anyway, thank you guys so much again for listening. This has been a time, but this has been a fun time. If you like this D&D style stuff, make sure to check every couple of weeks. I should be putting Dredgemire content up. And I am also going to start doing random bonus episodes like this one. But yeah, I'm done rambling. Thank you all again for listening, and you all have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.